Japan to California, Mexico to Antarctica, creatures that belong a mile underwater are suddenly appearing at the surface. The oarfish, the phantom jellyfish, the anglerfish.
Something is stirring in the planet's final frontier, and the evidence is washing up on our shores. For centuries, sailors have told tales of monsters from the blackness below, but now science is confirming their warnings. Hello everyone, and welcome to Winds of Thought. Well, let's journey to January 2023. Off the coast of Japan, a fisherman was hauling in his net when he discovered a creature that seemed to defy reality. It was elongated, serpent-like, measuring nearly 6 meters in length with a ghostly pale body. This was no ordinary catch. It was an oarfish, a denizen of the abyss, typically found a kilometer beneath the waves. Following an old local legend that views this animal as a harbinger of earthquakes, the fisherman released it back into the deep. This legend gained notoriety in 2011, when around 20 oarfish carcasses were found before a massive earthquake struck Japan. But today, this myth is being re-examined under a new global lens, because these encounters are no longer rare or confined to a single region. In 2023, a single fishing boat netted 50 oarfish in one catch. In 2024, California coastlines saw 3 separate oarfish sightings. And in early 2025, a live oarfish was filmed off the coast of Mexico, a sight that left onlookers in awe. The deep is no longer staying hidden. What was once a once-in-a-lifetime encounter is becoming a recurring event, and it's not just the oarfish. The ocean's most elusive inhabitants are rising, and we need to understand why. Take the giant phantom jellyfish, a majestic being with ribbon-like arms stretching over 10 meters. Its home is in the midnight zone, 1 to 2 kilometers down. Yet, in the waters of Antarctica, it was recently observed swimming at a shallow depth of only 80 meters. In another incident, Russian fishermen hauled up a bizarre, brain-like organism that sparked alien theories. It was a smooth lumpfish, a deep-sea resident, and perhaps most startling of all, a black sea devil anglerfish was filmed near the surface just off the Spanish coast. This terrifying predator, equipped with its own glowing lure, belongs in a world of perpetual darkness. Its presence in the sunlit shallows is a profound anomaly. So, the critical question demands an answer. What powerful force is driving these ancient creatures from their hidden realms? Before we dive deeper, a quick word. If you're fascinated by mysteries like this, show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to Winds of Thought. It truly helps us explore these topics. Now, let's resume our journey into the abyss. Our planet is a blue marble with oceans covering 71% of its surface. We've charted and named these vast bodies: the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic, and Southern. Yet, for all our technology, we have mapped a mere 5% of the ocean floor. We possess more detailed charts of Mars than we do of our own seabed. While a dozen astronauts have walked on the moon, only 3 people have ever visited the deepest part of the ocean, the Challenger Deep, for a fleeting 3 hours. When you stand at the water's edge, you're only seeing the uppermost layer, the sunlight zone. Here, light penetrates, enabling photosynthesis and supporting a vibrant food chain of phytoplankton, macroalgae, and the iconic marine life we know: whales, dolphins, and sharks. But as we descend, the blue fades to black. At 200 meters, we enter the twilight zone. Sunlight here is a faint, bluish glow. The longer wavelengths, red, orange, and yellow, have been filtered out. This creates a world of blue shadows, and its inhabitants have evolved incredible adaptations. The strawberry squid, for instance, has one large eye fixed upwards to detect silhouettes, and a smaller eye pointed down to spot the glow of bioluminescent prey. Its red coloration acts as perfect camouflage, appearing black in the absence of red light. Deeper still, we find the bloody belly comb jelly. Its body shimmers with rainbow-like light as it moves, a display created by bioluminescence. This natural phenomenon occurs when 2 chemicals, luciferin and luciferase, react to produce cold light. Creatures use this living light to hunt, hide, and communicate. Then there's the sea angel, a creature of breathtaking beauty. Smaller than a finger, it glides through the dark, its transparent body glowing. But this angel is a predator. Its hidden tentacles can snap out in an instant to trap its prey. At around 600 meters, we encounter the barreleye fish, a true marvel of evolution. Its head is a transparent dome, and what appear to be its eyes are actually olfactory organs. Its real eyes are 2 glowing green orbs inside its head, which can rotate to look upwards or forwards like a submarine's periscope. It's a stunning solution for life in the dark. Pushing past 1,000 meters, we leave the twilight behind and enter the midnight zone. Here, there is only eternal night. This is the domain of the infamous anglerfish, like the black sea devil.
Marine biologists are clear.
What we're witnessing is unprecedented.
These creatures are the canaries in the coal mine for our entire ocean system.
The female fish wields a bioluminescent lure to attract prey in the overwhelming darkness, but their most bizarre secret is their reproduction. The male is a tiny parasite. When he finds a female, he bites her and fuses to her body, eventually sharing her bloodstream and becoming a permanent reproductive organ. The female can host several of these males at once. Another resident is the vampire squid, a living fossil whose relatives died out millions of years ago. Contrary to its fearsome name, it's a detritivore, feeding on marine snow, the organic debris that falls from above. Its webbed arms form a cloak, making it one of the ocean's most enigmatic specters. Deeper yet, at 2,000 meters, lives the Yeti crab. This blind crustacean farms its own food. Its hairy arms are coated in bacteria, which it cultivates and then harvests for sustenance near hydrothermal vents. Descending to 4,000 meters, we reach the abyssal plain, where the wreck of the Titanic rests. Here, the Dumbo octopus flaps its ear-like fins to gracefully navigate the pressure, a deep-sea ballerina that never ventures towards the surface. So, with all this in mind, why are these masters of the deep now abandoning their homes? The answer may lie in a daily ritual as old as the oceans themselves. During World War II, Navy sonar operators noticed a strange phenomenon. The seafloor seemed to rise hundreds of meters every night. They had discovered the deep scattering layer, not the seabed, but a dense congregation of marine life. This is part of the largest migration on Earth, the Deal Vertical Migration, or DVM. Each night, billions of creatures, from tiny plankton to larger fish, ascend to the surface waters to feed under the cover of darkness, returning to the depths before sunrise. It's a strategy of eat without being eaten, but this ancient rhythmic balance is being disrupted. The primary driver is climate change. The oceans have absorbed over 90% of the excess heat trapped by greenhouse gases. Surface waters are warming, but the deep sea remains cold. Warm water is less dense and doesn't mix well with the cold, dense water below. This stratification creates a barrier, preventing oxygen from the surface from replenishing. The deep life that evolved in a stable, cold, and oxygen-rich environment is now facing suffocation. In a desperate search for breathable water, these creatures are being forced upwards into unfamiliar territory, where they are vulnerable to predators and conditions they are not built to withstand. Scientists project that by the century's end, deep-sea species will have to migrate 4 to 11 times faster than their surface-dwelling counterparts to survive. We're altering the very heartbeat of the ocean. The consequences of this silent upward exodus are dire, threatening a mass extinction of species we have only just begun to discover. But there's another, more immediate threat looming: deep-sea mining. Look at the scalyfoot snail, a unique animal whose shell is armored with iron sulfides. It possesses the largest heart-to-body volume ratio in the animal kingdom. This remarkable snail exists only near a few hydrothermal vent systems, which are now targets for mining corporations seeking precious metals. The proposed method involves sending massive robotic machines to strip mine the seabed, which would utterly destroy these fragile, ancient ecosystems before we even understand them. While the United Nations International Seabed Authority has not yet granted commercial mining licenses, there is intense pressure to begin. However, a global movement is pushing back. Over 32 nations have declared support for a moratorium, and petitions with millions of signatures, like the one from Greenpeace, are demanding we stop deep-sea mining before it starts. The link is in the description below if you wish to learn more. This is a pivotal moment. We have a chance to prevent an irreversible catastrophe on the ocean floor, to protect a world of wonders from being lost to short-term greed. As the saying goes, the Earth provides enough to satisfy every person's need, but not every person's greed. I hope this journey to the deep has given you a new perspective. If it did, please give this video a like. It really supports the channel.
The deep-sea creatures coming to our shores aren't monsters from ancient legends. They're refugees from a world we're destroying. And they're asking us for help.